The city of Dallas, Texas, the location for the Clippers. Shooting and defense will be on display. The wing pair of Kawhi Leonard and Paul George put their team on their backs as they gear up for the action at American Airlines Center. Clippers, Mavs, up next.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight, it'll be the Dallas Mavericks up against the Los Angeles Clippers. So for Los Angeles, their last game, a loss to the Pelicans in New Orleans. They suffered an upset loss, perhaps a loss of focus, but you can be certain that won't be the case tonight. And in this one, a fantastic matchup in the middle. Shaq, what does the ideal center bring to a basketball team?
Well, these days, it's someone who can beat you both in the post and facing up. You protect the rim, but you also got to be able to switch out on the guards.
To me, it's great centers like Hakeem and like the big fella here, Shaq.
Well, thank you, Kenny.
You know, you can build around them with confidence. When the biggest player on the court is the best player, you really got something there.
That's for sure. That'll do it. Both teams ready to tip off. Here's Kevin Harlan.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and we'll have David Aldridge filling us in from the sideline. Hey, Dave.
Well, after a 16-year run where they made the playoffs 15 times and won the NBA title in 2011, the Dallas Mavericks have missed the postseason the last 3 years. But by bringing in 2019 Rookie of the Year Luka Doncic and trading for All-Star Kristaps Porzingis, there's a lot of confidence in Dallas that they will soon be back in the hunt. Kevin?
Seems like they are. Thanks, D.A. Here's a look at the schedule now for Dallas. On Friday, they head out on the road to face the Suns in Phoenix. And then on Sunday, they'll be playing the Lakers in Los Angeles.
And the matchup with the Timberwolves, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Marcus Morris. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And Harrell's in at the 5 down low. And for the Mavericks, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Jalen Brunson out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. I'll grade the Clippers signing of Kawhi Leonard and Paul George the grand finale of the wildest summer in NBA free agent history.
A ton of big moves. You think of the star players who've changed teams, 1/3 of the league's all-NBA selections, and 5 out of 10 of the reigning all-star starters. In the end, we saw 7 players who've changed teams, signing for over $100 million each. Put that in perspective, only 8 players had ever done that in league history.
And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. And so Beverley will bring it up for the Clippers. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, they made some spectacular plays in it right to the very end. Just couldn't get over the hump.
Yeah, you know, they didn't have their best stuff, but they were still getting.
He's checked in for Dallas. Here's Beverley, still looking for his first bucket in this one. To the inside. Here's Leonard. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Brunson, Porzingis trying to get free. Brunson, no good.
He's certainly been cold this quarter, guys, but trying to shoot his way back into a groove.
And George with the stuff.
Love the unselfishness of Beverley. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
Now here's Brunson. Guarded closely. Here's Porzingis. Morris with the rebound. The Clippers in the lead. Here's George. His shot is good. Scores his third basket in 6 tries. Shooting 50%.
At 6'10", George is really capable of dominating inside. I mean, defensively, you need to try to push him out of his comfort zone, get him out of that lane area.
And there's the call on Montrezl Harrell. That'll be his second foul of the game. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for the Mavericks. Curry comes in for Jalen Brunson. And then for Los Angeles, Zubac is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Patterson comes in for Marcus Morris. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverley. So the wing on the left. Left side Curry. Gets a very good look and converts.
Boy, an excellent shooter. Seth Curry takes pride in spraying you from this spot.
And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And this is the first time they've matched up with the Mavericks this year.
And although they were the better team last year by overall record, this was a competitive matchup for them.
Guys, they split the season series, and you know, there's always randomness to this game. The unpredictability of it. You win some, you lose some, but they certainly want to impose their talent level tonight.
Dwight Powell's checked in for the Mavericks. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Shamet's checked in. 5 on the clock. Jackson from long range. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Charles. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Shamet, the pass to Zubac. Clark, how do you think great coaches go about making that connection with their players?
Well, it starts with being candid and holding the player accountable. Great players want to and need to be coached. And great coaches find a way to do that effectively for that individual and for the team.
Outside Curry. Shoots over Shamet. No good off the back of the rim.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You got the price of admission.
And you know what? For me, these don't show exactly how great an athlete George is. I mean, sometimes you're surprised that the basket doesn't come down with the force he punches it with.
And Hardaway gets it to go.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Curry against George. Patterson dishes to Jackson. Takes a shot at the elbow. It's rebounded by Dallas. Porzingis has got 7 rebounds in the game. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Now just a 1-point Los Angeles lead.
You know, the staple of Seth Curry's game is shooting the ball off the catch.
Here's George. Nice D from Porzingis.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
Curry passes to Charles. Over Jackson. No good from Charles. LA's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. And Jackson with the basket on the assist by George. And the Clippers lead by 4.
Yes, and how about the unselfishness? Paul George has no problem sharing the ball.
Hardaway against George. Hardaway passes to Charles. Pass to Curry. Launches it. Doesn't go that time. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Jackson down low. Curry meets him. Porzingis with the block.
You know, when Porzingis combines quickness with his reach, getting off the floor like that, he can block just about any shot.
Here's Curry. Not happening with that shot. He's put up 5 and made 2.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
Slim passes to Curry. It's deflected. Now the Clippers moving it up. Here's Shamet. Mavericks with the rebound. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Hardaway passes to Charles. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Chalk up 2 there. 10 points for George.
When PG-13 is feeling it, he can be an absolute monster from mid-range.
And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Los Angeles. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we'll be back with you shortly. Paul George had that nasty broken leg back in 2014. He describes what inspired him to come back even stronger.
My inspiration really came from my mother. You know, her dealing with stroke, her dealing with really being down and out. You know, I saw her fight back. That was enough for me. In my darkest days, I knew it was nothing to what my mom went through, and she came out perfectly fine. So.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and is not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but
right. Free throw good for Morris.
And a breakthrough season for Marcus Morris in 2018 and 19. Career highs almost across the board.
Charles, and it's sent back by George.
Terrific focus from George there, reading the shooter the entire way through. A great shot blocker.
Kleba kicks to Hardaway. Knocked loose. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. You know, Green, the Celtics are encouraging their players to take mental health just as seriously as their physical health. Marcus Morris brave enough to say that helped him a lot.
I mean, the Morris twins growing up in the hard streets of Philly. I mean, a lot to overcome, but by getting some help, that's exactly what Marcus is doing.
That shot wide open. And that's 13 points for Paul George.
And, you know, that's one of George's go-to shots. He's a three-point shooter who spaces the floor well.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, we know about Lou Williams' story. The 3-time Sixth Man of the Year may be undersized, but he keeps finding angles to score. Williams said, "I can't shoot straight up. I've always played crooked. It's weird, but it's something I've developed, fading away from guys. I have bigger defenders on me, and it's just about creating space." Kevin, even well into his 30s, Lou Will still does it as well as anybody.
I would totally agree, David. He is always deadly. Thank you. Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Porzingis comes in for Dwight Powell, and it's Seth Curry in for Jalen Brunson.
You know, there are differing opinions as to who the best defensive player in the league is, but no matter what, Kawhi is always in the discussion.
Zone defense, Clark, being played now by a lot of teams. It's amazing that even with that, the point totals just continue to rise.
And you know what? I attribute the point totals continuing to rise to a couple of things. One, the volume of three-point shots that are being taken. And I think teams are playing at a little faster pace universally. You don't see as much walking the ball up the floor as I think you may have seen in years past.
And both free throws good for Curry.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not.
Beverly deciding where to go with it. Morris passes to George. From 17 feet out. But he recovers it. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Porzingis.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case, Greg. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
And perhaps the most shocking news of the NBA offseason, Greg, the trade of Paul George. Nobody saw that coming.
Took a ransom of draft picks to get him off the Thunder. Kawhi Leonard recruited him to join him on the Clippers, and Paul obliged by demanding the trade. Came together quickly and caused a major power shift in the West.
And year 3, the best of Dorian Finney-Smith's career.
Yeah, you know, he upped his scoring rate, guys, and rebounding. He became more efficient and undrafted out of college, played his college ball at Florida, and he's made himself a nice home in the NBA.
That one misses.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
The free throw drops for Leonard. Well, you knew that Kawhi Leonard would be a huge name on the free agency market last summer, especially after winning his second Finals MVP.
And Kawhi let the pieces fall before making his decision. Was the last major free agent to choose where he was going to play. Ended up shaking up the NBA in the process by joining the Clippers.
Here's Hardaway, and he uses the glass on the layup. Hardaway has got 5 points so far.
You know, he's not just a shooter, guys. Hardaway Jr. is also capable of getting creative and mixing things up, too. I like it.
Back to Beverly. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Mavericks trail by 17. Here is Slim. He picked up 21 points in their last win against the Rockets in Houston. Beverly with the ball. Now guarded by Charles. And that one's good. Beverly. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early goings.
And also, how about the fact defensively they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
Off his leg, and it's being called a kickball. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Here is Slim, defended by Beverly. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
A moment here to see the numbers for Kristaps Porzingis. The last 10 or so games, he has been remarkable. He's averaging 19 points per game, 13 rebounds, and over 2.5 blocks. And the intimidation factor that he possesses with his shot blocking and rim presence, really the backbone of their defense.
Yeah, you know, he's protecting the rim like it's his family. I mean, don't even think about going in there.
Curry on the wing. Slim passes to Curry. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Slim's got his first 3 points of the game.
But, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
Beverly, the pass to Leonard. Again, Los Angeles.
Monster quarter for him. He's put the team on his back, trying to carry them to the W.
Out left to the wing. 13 feet away. And Finney-Smith gets it to go. Finney-Smith's got his second bucket of the game to go. Clippers leading by 18. Now George. He's coming off a 16-point game against New Orleans.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
And George drops them both.
And if you want to talk about the best two-way players in the NBA, George's name would be high on the list for sure. I mean, that's the kind of presence he has at both ends of the court.
Curry passes to Finney-Smith. Here's Charles. The Mavericks shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. That's good from Charles. Patterson, he's checked in for Montrezl Harrell. And he makes both free throws. 34 seconds left now here in the second. Now here's Beverly. He has 5. Here's Leonard. Rebounded by Charles.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Finney Smith can't get it to go. Beverly with the ball. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Guys, I think free throw shooting, and Steve, you can speak to this, is all about rhythm and confidence, and he hasn't been able to establish any rhythm there this season.
Here is Slim. And no good on the last second attempt this time.
The nastiness, the edge, the tenacity, the ferocity that Beverly plays with, really admirable.
And so it's Los Angeles closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. Their defense has been active and effective.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus at that end of the floor?
Just knocking down open shots, my ball handling, making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
Yo, listen up. Obviously, we're not playing great, but if we clean it up a little bit, we can get back on track. All right, sense of urgency. Every rebound, every loose ball, every cut to the basket, do it with purpose. All right? That includes you too, Che. All right, you're playing hard, but your energy's about here. It's got to be here. And all of you have got to do a better job of keeping your composure. All right, if a play breaks down, don't freelance. Run the second option, the third option. All right? We practice this stuff, so use it. Up the intensity, trust the system. You can still win this game, guys. All right, so bring it in. Win on 3. 1, 2, 3. Win.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Paul George and the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Dwight Powell's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Doncic is checked in for Seth Curry. And it's Slim in for Jalen Brunson. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Patterson comes in for Morris. Landry Shamet's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Doncic and Hardaway at the 2 and the 3. Dwight Powell is out there with Porzingis. And it's Charles in at the point guard position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Hardaway kicks to Powell. Dallas moving it around. The shot's good from Charles.
I love that dish down low.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. And following this game, they'll challenge the Grizzlies on the road at the FedEx Forum in Memphis. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. The shot by George, no good.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Here's Powell. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Powell's got his first basket of the night.
And Powell doing a nice job using his length on these hard shots. I mean, excellent at powering through the contact.
The drive by Jackson. It's good. With that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Slim passes to Hardaway. Doncic outside. Here's Charles. Off target with his three.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contributions.
Jackson with the bounce pass. Patterson dishes to George. And it's blocked.
Like seeing Powell flex his muscle on the defensive end. Really good at timing his jump to block the shots.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, so much of the last few seasons have been lost time for Kristaps Porzingis. That ACL injury and then working back from it in the 2019 campaign. Never an easy road to start it.
Greg, with all the time that Porzingis has missed, it's easy to forget just how dominant he is when he's healthy.
KP is one of the few game-changing talents in our league. He can carry an offense and boost an entire team's defense with his presence on the floor.
Great idea to pull up and take the transition three there. The D was in position to block his path to the hoop if he took it inside.
Doncic kicks to Porzingis. Poked away. Harrell the pass to Shamet. Finished off the break. Shamet's got 7 points in the game. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Clippers.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Charles, good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. 10 points for him.
He drilled one from deep in the first half, doing it again here in the second.
Doncic against George. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. As we get a break in the action, let's take a peek at the leading defenses. The Mavericks, number 1.
Great defenders both individually and collectively. I mean, you can tell they really love accepting that challenge. They can stifle you at that end of the floor.
Porzingis passes to Charles. Lays it up off the glass.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
The Clippers shooting it up around 51%. They're getting good looks. George against Doncic. Elbow shot is on the way. George with the bucket. George has got 8 points in the quarter.
And, you know, once George gets on the roll, he's just absolutely relentless, showing you how dominant he can be when he gets hot.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And, you know, with Dirk Nowitzki retiring last season after a remarkable 21 years with the Mavericks, they are starting afresh, a new era. Hoping budding superstar Luka Doncic can carry that mantle, and I think he's off to a great start in doing so.
Dallas making a switch here. Murray's checked in. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. Uncovered. Rebounded by Charles.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And stolen by Harrell. Here's Jackson. Lays it up and banks it in. Jackson's got 20.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. And we'll be right back after this. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Setting the floor for the Clippers, they've got Jackson. Also, Landry Shamet is out there. It's Kevin Gellion at the center position. The Mavericks shooting 39% from the floor, at their best. Hardaway passes to Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
Man, you know, this is what Powell does best. Establishes him.
A different look for Dallas. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Powell. DeLon Wright comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Slim in for J.J. Barea. Everly with the ball. Now guarded by Charles. And here's Beverly. Back to Leonard. Just 5 to shoot. Off target from outside. Dallas has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Here is Slim, defended by Beverly. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Marjanovic has got 6 in the quarter.
Well, you can't give him any room to maneuver on the board because once he does, he's going to make you pay.
Here's Zubats. In the corner, it's Morris. Trying to get something going. The rebound by Charles. Slim's got his 4th rebound in this one. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game. For a couple years now, the NBA has released the last 2 minutes report detailing missed calls in any game. Does it hurt the officials to have that information out there?
I don't think it hurts. It's not always comfortable, but I like the transparency of the move. I really do. I think when we're transparent about the human nature of what we do as broadcasters or referees or players or coaches, I think it makes for a better product. So I'm in favor of that.
That's his second personal foul.
A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have 2 elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny. Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And both free throws good for Paul George. Do you think it helps the pace of the game with the NBA recently modifying the shot clock rule that after an offensive rebound, it doesn't go back to 24, it goes now to the new number, 14 seconds?
Well, I really like the rule because you don't have to bring the ball over the half-court line, which is 8 seconds, so it makes sense, and it does speed up the game, in my opinion.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And the foul called on Los Angeles. And the first one drops.
And the Mavericks seem to have done the hard part, acquiring a potential franchise player in Luka Doncic.
And you know, guys, we've seen it, but in this league, 1 star isn't enough. That's why I think the trade for Porzingis was a good gamble. If he can stay healthy, they have an inside-outside star combo to build on.
J.J. Barea's checked in for Wright. A floater, he lays it in.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Dallas has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Here is Slim. The pass to Finney-Smith. And Barea has it in the corner. Connects from 3-point range.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Exactly what the doctor ordered. Those 3-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they can keep it up.
And it's Shamet missing. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for Dallas. And Barea with the basket on the assist by Murray.
Hard not to commend the confidence of Barea. For a point guard, he's an excellent scorer, particularly inside.
Now Green. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
Here is Slim, defended by Beverly. But for a while now, you and I were just talking, we've had a rule that a team cannot go without a first-round pick in consecutive years. Could it be time to lift that restriction?
I certainly wouldn't mind discussing lifting the restriction, but I like it as it is on the books because it does lend itself, I think, to competitive balance. And that's important in the strength of a league.
Here's Shamet. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's his third personal foul. Shooting for Los Angeles. Landry Shamet. Taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Dwight Powell's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Both shots good from the stripe. 1:24 left in the fourth.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Clippers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
Greg, I don't think it'll play out quite that simply, though. The team coming out on the losing end of game 1 is just that much more motivated to get even in game 2 and 3. So I think the edge goes to the losing team.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Paul George.
And, you know, there was no stopping him tonight. Whenever he got the ball, he was looking to score, and rightly so.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barea.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Here's Shamet. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Pass to Noah. Here's Magruder. Passes to Shamet. Over Murray. And that one's good. Shamet.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
So the Clippers winning this one easily. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
Thank you for joining us. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.